Lines may not be a thing we care much about. We see them in art, media, and pretty much everywhere in our 3D world. But lines can mean a multitude of things, especially on a map. They could show zones of culture, political borders, and languages. But if let's just say country 1 says the line goes a bit farther, but internationally it's recognized as here. No worries, it's just going to be called a dispute, nothing too serious. But then when country 1 starts making maps and projects itself as having this land, then there's a big problem, but it's not like war can come of this. Yeah, war can come over borders, and most of the time they are based off pre-existing lands that have been lost in older wars. Some examples of these wars are listed here. Let's look at some examples. The treaty had been signed, and borders had been redrawn. The Austro-Hungarian Empire, lasting for almost 900 years, had been dissolved. Many Hungarians felt they had been cheated. Around 30% of ethnic Hungarians were essentially displaced, now citizens of a nation they knew nothing of. The highest of these Hungarian minorities were in Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, and the highest in Romania. Hungary has gained a lot of these lands in World War II, but the borders were reset to the ones created in the Treaty of Chiron. Today there is still a significant Hungarian population residing in Romania. Around 6% of the population is in fact ethnically Hungarian. In politics, there hasn't been much of a sense of changing the border, but there has been some autonomy in the regions represented on this map, although some groups want more autonomy, but the creation of an autonomous republic, like the days of the Socialist Republic of Romania. Will the Hungarians get this autonomy? Only time will tell. So after Japan lost World War II and signed the peace treaty, the borders were reset to the Japanese borders of 1920, but the Americans wanted to take some islands, so the borders were then reset to 1905. Then Korea wanted to exist, China wanted Formosa, and the Soviet Union wanted all of Sakhalin. So the borders were then finally reset to 1870 borders. These were finally agreed upon in 1950, but then there was one thing that was never agreed on: these islands. The Japanese wanted these two islands as they had been settled by Japanese colonists long ago and were forcibly deported, but today are currently occupied by Russian forces. Although these islands have not resulted in any conflict, Japan still claims them. So this is going to be a pretty short one, but Romanian irredentism spurs from the similar cultures of Moldova and Romania. Romanian is spoken in both countries, and Moldova is considered a dialect of Romanian. Eastern Orthodox is also the major religion in both countries. Moldova even used to be a part of Romania. Today there are political movements to unite the countries, although this might be difficult considering Transnistria, a breakaway state within the region. Serbian irredentism refers to the political theory of a Greater Serbia, in which regions with Serbian minorities would be annexed into the Republic of Serbia. The two areas most commonly associated with this is the Republic of Srpska and Kosovo. Kosovo is currently unrecognized by Serbia. Only 118 countries also recognize it. Kosovo used to be a part of Yugoslavia, and as a result of the breakup they declared independence, leading to the Kosovo War. Serbia still maintains that it controls the area because of its Serb populations residing here. And then we have the Republika Srpska, a state within the Bosnia-Herzegovina Federation with a significant Serb majority. Srpska has claimed to be a part of Yugoslavia and later Serbia during the Bosnia War. Today hostilities are cool, but right-wing groups continue to advocate the annexation of Srpska into Serbia. To multiple degrees, the nation of Afghanistan has always been at war with its neighbors or with itself. This mostly ties back to when Great Britain and Russia drew a line to make a buffer zone between the two empires, resulting in the Pashtun tribes, the largest ethnic group in Afghanistan, to be divided. To a degree, the country has been fighting to unite the tribe since its original constitution in the 1970s, with border clashes.